Hello viewers, welcome back to Ronin Blades.
My name is Christian Ray, and if it's sharp, I can make it. Whether it's new, used, or scrap, I can turn it into a beautiful and lethal metal masterpiece. This is Ronin Blades. It's profiling day at Ronin Blades, and I'm already busy at work on the grinder. For those of you who are new to this stage, profiling is the part of the process where you use a grinder to lob off any unsightly welts or dings in your piece. Typically, I grind facing the wall, but our Khopesh is a little bit too long, so I turn the grinder sideways in order to get a full range of motion when profiling and pre-grinding our edge. When locking in our edge geometry, I use slow, controlled swoops up and down the edge of the blade. The S-shaped curve of our Khopesh makes it for a little bit of an awkward grind, which is why I need a magnet. But soon, I get the hang of it, and after a few more very careful passes, I get our edge defined and we can move on to our hook. Grinding the hooked tip of the Khopesh on my big grinder is a little awkward and frankly dangerous, so instead I use my Dremel and my sculpting bits, and soon I have a very defined shield-grabbing hook.
And with that, our profiling and pre-grinding is done, and our Khopesh is looking sleek. And now it's time for heat treatment and quench. At least it would be, if that were possible.
The impossibility lies with my quench tank. Both my regular bucket quench tank and my T-post driver are seriously lacking in one area.
Now while it is possible to thermal cycle our Khopesh, it's not possible to quench it because it's too big to fit in our regular quench tank and it's too curved to fit into our T-post driver quench tank. So in order to quench it, we'll have to make a new quench tank. To the welding table! And here we are at our welding table. To make our quench tank, I'm going to use these 90-degree angle steel, 4 of them.
The angled steel will serve as the 4 corners of our quench tank, and some bar stock will be cut up and used as our base. I weld the 2 sides together separately before joining them together in the middle. I have to take my time and make sure the weld is watertight before welding it onto the base after it has been welded all together. Then, just to be safe, I use some liquid rubber to fill up any gaps. It's then off to the anvil to forge some attachments. I forge one piece to an L shape and another to a C shape. These will form a very important handle on our tank. I get our attachments and lid welded on, and now we have a combination handle and lid. But all this work is for naught, as no matter how much welding I do, our quench tank leaks.
When your quench tank leaks, no matter what you do, don't give up. Just follow these easy steps.
First, draw a transmutation circle on the ground. Place your quench tank in the circle, and then use alchemy to make a new quench tank.
It's that easy!
Once we fill our alchemy quench tank with oil, we can move on to heat treatment. I thermal cycle and quench.
And at long last, here it is, our heat-treated Khopesh. You can't see it because it's in a straightening jig to make sure it doesn't warp, but it's in there. And next time, we're getting it razor sharp. We're getting it polished. We're getting it etched, and I'm putting on a handle worthy of the pharaohs. I'll see you then.